Hey everybody, how you doing? Hey, I want to talk to you today about a little something that happened to me a couple days ago. All right, and when I do these videos, I try to have like a point. I know I kind of drone on and ramble on a little bit, but there is a point I want to try to make. Life lessons. All right. So for yours that don't know, the New York Lottery has a second chance point thing where you scan non-winning tickets and you can earn points. Okay, you can win prizes. You can win $5,000. They draw once a month. You can win $500 gift cards. They draw once a week. Okay, you can win other gift cards. Anyways, so what I've been doing is I pull these things out of garbage cans. Yep, that's right. I dumpster dive, garbage can dive. I dumpster dive for years when I was scrapping metal. Got a lot of good things. Anyhow, so I'm at Walmart the other day in Oswego, and I happened to notice like a lot of these $2 cash word doublers. Okay, a whole lot of these things, and there was a $20 one, and it was kind of odd because the tickets were a lot of them. Now, the Walmart, they have the machines. They don't have like just the person pulls the tickets out. They have the machines. The machine dispenses one ticket at a time. If you buy 5 tickets in a row, it's going to dispense 5 single tickets of that of that ticket. It doesn't keep them attached. And a lot of these things were attached still, like this one. Okay, it's two different tickets. So whoever bought them didn't buy them at Walmart. So they must have brought them in to check, to scratch off the barcode. If you're not familiar with how scratch off works, you scratch off this barcode and you scan it in the machine. It tells you if it's a winner. That's point number one. Always double check yourself. Have someone else double check it, or you yourself double check it. Everybody makes mistakes. God knows I've made enough. All right, that's lesson number one. So I noticed these things, and it kind of struck me as odd because there's like a lot. Like somebody bought like an entire book, and they're all sequential numbers, and some of them were still attached, so they didn't come from Walmart. So somebody brought them and scanned them. And then I start noticing they it was odd because they would like a couple were like they would scratch off all this, and then they would actually do the numbers or the letters and non-winning ticket. So like this one here, they scratch off the letters, and then they just like scratched off one letter or one word, and that was it. They scratched this off and scanned it, not a winner. So you could tell that they were getting frustrated. All right. So I'm looking, and a couple of these tickets were torn in half. So they're getting upset because they're not winners. They're scratching these things off, um, and they're not even scratching like the words. They're just like you know scratching the barcode, scanning them, turning them in half. This is what I can imagine is happening, you know, and throw them in the garbage. Well, then I notice a couple aren't the barcodes aren't scratched off. This is a $20 one that was in there. Same thing, okay? $20 ticket. They never scratched this off to verify if it was a losing ticket. So theoretically, this could be $2 million. That ticket right there was never checked, was never scratched off fully, torn in half, presumably out of anger, tossed in there. That could be worth $2 million. It is worth money. We'll get to that. So I'm like, well, wait a minute here. So I gathered them all up out of the trash can. People are walking by me looking, I'm some hobo picking through the garbage. I don't care about any of that. I care less about image. But yeah, so I get them home, and I'm scanning them for the points. Well, the ones that didn't have the barcode scratched off, I scratch off this one right here. I double check it. That's worth $5. Okay, $5 sitting right there. This $20 ticket right here, that's worth $40. That's $40 sitting right in the trash can, never claimed. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want you to join in the excitement with me, because this ticket, you can see they scratched off the letters. like half scratched off one single word and just threw it out. People, either one of these tickets could be worth $20,000. They never scratched this off to see if it was a winner. Okay? And there's no other way to tell. So I want you to share in the excitement. All right? As I scratch this off, you're going to watch me win $20,000 that was in the trash can. All right? So here we go. Let's get my app open on my phone. My lovely assistant. Say hi, Pam.
Hello.
She's filming. She didn't want to be in this video. So the app right here, this is the New York Lottery's official app. Okay, let's scratch off. Here we go, ticket number 1, scratching it off. Folks, this could be $20,000. Scan my ticket, let's go, here it is. Is it money? Is it money? Loading results, loading. Hold on. No, okay, so it says sorry, not a winner, and you can accept the points. Okay. Let's scratch off the other ticket. All right, here we go. Folks, this could be $20,000 right before your very eyes. Okay. Let's see what we got. Here we go. We're going to scan it. Boom. Loading results. What's it say? Loading results. Sorry, not a winner. Okay, but I get the points. Anyways, all right, folks. So neither of these tickets were winners. $40, $5. You falling asleep there? My lovely assistant's falling asleep filming this. Don't drop the phone at least while you're filming. Good of the Lord. This is what I work with, guys, every day. My camera woman is falling asleep. How about that? She's sitting here. She's nodding off. All right. You can't get good help. But you can't. I try. I give up. Anyways, all these tickets here. All right. Folks, the other more important lesson here, the takeaway from all this, yeah, Pam's telling me to wrap it up. I know I drone on, these videos get kind of long. As you can plainly see, somebody was getting angry, okay? And these tickets are a lot. You got to scratch off the letters and then scratch blah, 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 blah. They take forever. They had a whole bunch to check. So my guess, I'm presuming, is the person just got mad, none of these things are winners, and tore them up and tore tickets off. They weren't careful. $45 in the trash can. Don't do things out of anger, folks. That's the takeaway here. That's the life lesson. When you get angry, you get sloppy. When you get sloppy, you make mistakes. This applies to scratch-off lottery tickets and any other area in your life, relationships, road rage, work, anything. All right, try to keep your calm at all costs. Stay calm, stay cool. You get angry, you get sloppy, you make mistakes, you do things, you say things you regret, like throwing out $45 worth of winning tickets. Folks, I hope you had fun. I know I did. I put Pam to sleep. I probably put a bunch of you to sleep too. So, all right, till next time.